I am Sasha Varel, and welcome to the Minecraft Forum Community Spotlight.
Today I'm going to take a slightly different approach to the usual texture packs and whatnot to cover an adventure map that I found particularly interesting. It is the island of Dr. Gireaux by Pedroso Blanco. This appears to be based off of the novel by H.G. Wells, and as I am a fan of that particular novel, I thought this would be a particular treat to cover. So, I am going to loot this ship of all the goodies, because whoever was here before obviously doesn't need them. Oh yeah, nothing like a good fedora, huh? Put on my shoes, put on my pants after my shoes, because who cares about logic? Alright, got some fish. Can't do anything with them, but I've got them. Let's go check this place out. Well, I see a house over here, and I think it can be looted. What's the point of visiting someone's house if not to take all their stuff? Alright, well, not much to it, I suppose. Ooh, cooked fish. Alright, well, forget the raw fish. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Cool. I could cook the rest of these fish, but what would be the point? I'm just going to take all that stuff. Okay. While the fish is cooking, I am going to go down the road here and check out the Tower of Doom. Oh, Lighthouse. I'm still going to call it a Tower of Doom. I think it's better. I don't know. Lighthouse of Doom, maybe? Lighthouse of Doom or Fishing Hole of Doom. Well, I am cooking fish, so let's go check out the Fishing Hole of Doom. Yeah, good stuff. There are sheep in the Fishing Hole of Doom. This sign is one of a number that will instruct you to check out the notes that come with the map. There are a number of, I suppose I'd say, expositions or mini stories that help to explain why you're here and what you're doing. And since I can't alt-tab out to read that for the time being, I will just say that it says something about fish and maps and sheep with derpy eyes. It's a fishing hole, but I have no fishing pole. I do have fish, though. Alright, so, ooh. Oh, that's convenient. Alright, so, let's see. Looks like this map is leading me back to the lighthouse, maybe? Well, it's not really leading me anywhere, but that's not the point. I'm thinking about going back and getting those sheep and making a bed out of them. Ooh, let's go get the fish. Yeah. Walking along, getting the fish, getting some fish. There we go. Can never have too much cooked fish. Whoa, that's a lot of squids. Maybe that's why my ship wrecked. I got the rudders all clogged up with all the squid out there. Yeah. I'm going to call it the SS Squid Crash. Ooh, the SS Citric Squid. Yeah, there we go. So I was sailing along on the USS Citric Squid, and I crashed into Fish Island. You know, it seems like every lighthouse I run into in any game has some crazy old guy who's either blind or eccentric or both. And that he always has some sort of bizarre kind of advice to offer. Although I'm not seeing that, and I'm a little bit lost about what the key could be. I'll take a minute to look at the note and find out what the key is. Well, I had to take a quick break to read the note, and I've got the note right here, so I'll just read it to you. The smell of rotten fish and salty air fills your nostrils as you ascend the staircase. You have stumbled upon a horribly grisly scene. The lighthouse keeper sits against the wall with his cold, dead eyes wide open, seemingly staring straight through you. There is a large incision that spans from his lower abdomen to his sternum. His entrails spill across the floor in the manner of some macabre modern art installation. After poking around, you notice that his key is missing. Perhaps the old fisherman could help you find another key. You saw him headed toward the fishing hole behind his shack as you left. He may still be there. I'm not going to lie. I actually had a bit of an editing thing going on. And so I actually visited the fishing shack and later the blacksmith to find the key right here to light up the lighthouse. So I'll spare you the trouble of going back through that. Suffice it to say, it was a very long trip around the shoreline where I assaulted sheep and talked about alcoholism at length. Anyway, so I have put in the lighthouse key and I have fixed the lighthouse. Oh, hey, and there's a note about the lighthouse too. I just missed that. You insert the key into the lighthouse and it begins to shudder with light. A grand beam of light illuminates the harbor. Suddenly, the old fisherman appears out of the shadows and begins to speak. You have done well to come this far. You show fortitude and courage, even against great odds. I feel it is time to reveal to you that I am more than just a simple fisherman. My name is Joshua Baroka. I was once a budding young behavioral zoologist, eager for adventure and exploration. Filled with wanderlust, I traveled to this island with a group of scientists in search of knowledge. But things I would learn, the things I would see, they're enough to change a man. In the time since I have abandoned the main group, I imagine their fixation with playing God, and their capability to do so has only grown stronger. Dr. Gireaux is planning something. Darkening in the lighthouse was an attempt at hiding their twisted experiments from the outside world. However, he did not predict that his actions would be the catalyst of your arrival. If you want to escape this island, I would just say I'd fix my own ship. But anyway, if you want to escape this island, you must find Dr. Gireaux. You must stop him. There were 4 of us who abandoned the Chimera project. The blacksmith is one. The lighthouse keeper was one as well. Now you must travel to the far north and find Dr. Bryce Matthews. Dr. Bryce Matthews. Last? Okay. The last person, right. He will show you the way to the main research station. Be warned that not everyone you might meet is an ally. The forests are filled with interesting creatures. You should find Matthews near the bridge to the Northern Territory. Don your finest accoutrements, for he may not be easy to locate. The bridge to the northern... Wait. It's also a very long journey, so feel free to spend the night in my shack. Well, that's nice of him. I was planning on doing that anyway. Haha, my shack now. So, while I was wandering around, I happened to notice an abundance of sheep, which I assaulted vicariously. I figured that, they were going to bite me or something. Since I realized at the last minute that I was playing in peaceful mode, sheep are pretty much my greatest enemy right now, so take that how you will. I am sure that sheep bite. I'm absolutely sure I've seen sheep bite somewhere. And I just made that up, so it's got to be true. See, look at this sheep. He's just asking for it, isn't he? He wants to bite, you can tell. Look at him. I won't fall for your shenanigans, sheep. That's right, run! Run. Kick your ass. All right, so we are going north. I guess now is a good time to mention that this is a really, really big map. It doesn't seem that large on the actual write-up, but it is quite large. It will involve a lot of walking and a lot of exploration. There's also things to find as well. When you find, say, clay blocks, for example, they typically hide secrets of some kind. Look at these sheep. They're just eating all the grass. Terrible. Terrible. So, as far as my own observations on the map, I have actually played through it quite a bit. Unlocked a number of the puzzles and done a bit of the adventuring. My overall assessment is that the map is pretty solid. It's got a really good story. If you like a bit of reading, it definitely has a lot of exposition on the background of what's going on. Gives you a real good idea of why you're here and what it is you're doing here. As I've pointed out a few times here already, there is a lot of walking involved, a whole lot of walking. So it's definitely something to get used to. If you happen to be playing on normal or harder, of course, there will be a lot of company here in the forest, among other things. And that's pretty much what I've got. It is a good map, though. I definitely recommend taking a look at it. If you've got a good number of hours to kill, it's definitely something that's worth your time. The storytelling is good and such. And that is where we are with the island of Dr. Gireaux. I would say tune in next week, but that's not fair. We're actually going to have an episode this coming Sunday. And depending on what's going on and who all's ready at the time, it will be one of a few different things. I will also say that in the very near future, we're going to have a very special treat, the ability to discuss the upcoming 1.2 update with Mojang, which will be very, very interesting, as I'm sure a lot of people would love to hear about it. So, without further ado, feel free to subscribe to the channel, of course, if you enjoy what you see. If you don't, let me know what's going on, and I'll try and update and improve as necessary. And thanks for tuning in.